Okay, today we're going to talk about multiplying three factors. So first of all, what is a factor? So a factor is numbers that multiply together to get a product. So typically we've been talking about two numbers multiplying together. So for example, 5, oh goodness, we need a different color, 5 times 7, right? So these two factors multiply together to get 35. Okay, so that our typical factors that we are used to seeing is just two factors. So this time what we're going to be talking about is multiplying three factors together. So one thing that is another definition that's going to be important here is commutative property. So the commutative property is, and you've known this for a while, you may not have known what it was called, but basically that numbers can be rearranged in a problem and they'll get the same answer. So this works in addition and it also works in multiplication. So if we look back at things we've done before, so 6 plus 7 equals 13, but 7 plus 6 also equals 13. And that just means that we can rearrange those two numbers and you'll get the same answer. Same thing over here on the multiplication side. So 4 times 9 equals 36, and 9 times 4 also equals 36. So see how we can rearrange those numbers and we still get the same answer. So using that commutative property, we can multiply this problem up here in a couple of different ways. And some ways are going to be a little bit easier to do in terms of like a mental math aspect, and sometimes it's going to be a little trickier. So let's go through and solve these and see which way we think is easiest. So on this first one, we're going to take two factors at a time. So 5 times 3 would be 15. And then we have 15 times 8. So I'm going to have to do a little bit of side math here. 15 times 8. So 5 times 8 is 40. Regroup my 4. 8 times 1 is 8 plus 4 is 12. So my answer is going to be 120. So that's the first way. Then the next way, we're going to multiply 3 times 8 first. So 3 times 8 is 24. And then we still have to multiply our 5. So again, I'm going to have to do a little bit of side math. 24 times 5 equals 5 times 4 is 20. Regroup my 2. 5 times 2 is 10 plus 2 is 12. So I still get 120. And then my last way over here, 5 times 8 would be 40 times 3. Now this one, way number 3 on this case is going to be much easier because look, I can just do my extended multiplication fact. So 4 times 3 is 12 and 40 is 10 times bigger than 4. So we add our 0 there. So I get 120 no matter which way I go. However, this way number 3 is going to be a little bit easier to do in like the mental way. So you can rearrange these numbers to make the mental math a little bit easier and get your answer a little bit faster. But honestly, both of these, I mean, as long as you're okay with doing the single digit multiplication, it's totally fine. You're going to get the same answer. But way number 3 will just be a little easier mentally. All right, let's try it again. Let's try another strategy or another set of numbers. So we've got 7 times 2 times 50. So remember, we can rearrange these any way we want and we'll still get the same answer. So let's try this. So we've got 7 times 2, which is 14, times 50. Okay, so I'm going to have to do a little bit of side math here. So 14 times 50. Okay, so 0 times 4, 0 times 1. This 5 is really a 50, so I'm going to need a little magic 0 here. 5 times 4 is 20. Regroup my 2. 5 times 1 is 5, plus 2 is 7. So my answer is 700. Okay, so that's my answer. Next, let's bring this over here. So 7 times 50. So this is an extended multiplication fact. We can do it this way. That's fine. 7 times 5 is 35. And it's 10 times bigger, so we need a 0. Times 2. Now you may need to do this with side math, or you might be able to do this in your head. If you need to do side math, that's perfectly fine. So if I was doing side math, I would do 350 times 2. So 0. 0 times 2 is 0. 2 times 5 is 10. Regroup my 1. 2 times 3 is 6 plus 1 is 7. So again, we're going to get that 700 answer. Now this last one is going to be my easiest one to do mentally, because if I do 50 times 2, I get 100, and then 100 times 7 equals 700. So again, that way number 3 is going to be your easiest way. It doesn't always have to be the third way, but it's just the way that I rearranged them. So this third way, you want to make it easier on yourself. So rearrange the number so that you can get a mental math problem, okay? This one way over here is going to be the most effort. This one's probably going to be medium effort, and then this one's going to be the least amount of written effort, and you can do it mentally. All right, thanks.